We're in Chapter 4, SOLIDWORKS 2015 Basic Tools, drawing the double link, starting on page 4-3. I'm going to start by going to New Part. Make sure that my settings are, document properties are not ISO, but we're set in ANSI standards. And I want to confirm that my units are inches and pounds, and that my length is being taken out to 3 decimal places. Okay, we're going to be beginning by drawing a sketch on the front plane. Select the slot tool, begin on the origin, drag and click. Add some dimensions. Radius of 0.5 and a distance between of 1.25. Now I need to add a couple of circles, smaller circles that are concentric in here. I'm going to gesture for my dimension tool and put a diameter of 0.325. We can either add that dimension like this, or we could add an equals relation. Either way, I'm going to exit that sketch and make sure it's selected. Go to an extruded boss. I'm going to select our midplane and a value of 0.75. Create another sketch on this plane right here, and we're going to create 2 more circles. Notice if I hover over that existing hole, it'll highlight the center point for me. We're going to create a counter bore here. I'm going to hold these 2 and create an equal relationship. Gesture for my dimension tool, and we have a value of 0.5. Go ahead and exit that sketch. In this case, we're going to make sure it's selected, and for our feature it's going to be an extruded cut. Depth of that cut is 0.15. Condition is blind and our direction is correct. And we hit OK. We've created a counter bore. On page 4-6, we're going to add the mirror tool, or use the mirror tool and create the similar feature on the other side. So from our mirror command, it has already selected the extruded cut because this was already highlighted. If I clear that selection, just show you I can select that again to make sure that the feature that I want to mirror. Next, I need to tell it what plane I want to use to mirror, and in this case I'm going to select the front plane, and we hit OK. If we take a peek on the other side, we've duplicated that feature using the mirror command. I'm going to add a third sketch to the top here, so back to our sketch command. Select this surface. I like to use this option to look perpendicular to our plane. We're going to sketch some center lines using center line option. With the center line option, we can select the midpoint of this line and create a center line there. Hit the escape key, go back up again, select the midpoint here, and create another center line. Now, if I hit the Alt left button, left arrow key, I can rotate this in any orientation. I'm going to rotate it so that it looks like the figure on page 4-7, so we can follow along with the next steps. I'm going to next select the vertical line and click the dynamic mirror command. So this is our vertical line here, and under tools we need to find sketch tools and find the dynamic mirror command, which is over here. Grab a rectangle and select center point rectangle, I believe, and notice that we have created two rectangles at once. I'm going to go ahead and add a dimension to those. Accidentally it got out of my sketch there. Put a dimension between these of 2.3, excuse me, 0.23. And it's asking us to add a symmetric relation to the three lines. I believe this is going to already be the case. So we ensured that those were symmetrical. Alright, we're going to make a cut now and remove this material. So we need to exit our sketch. Once again, go to Extruded Cut. Select the sketch that we want. First, and then go to Extruded Cut. I'm going to rotate my view so you can see what's going on here. And we want to select the option that's going to take the cut through all. Click OK. And next we're going to add some fillets. Jump up to the fillet command, set our value in at 0.0232, and I'm going to select this surface because I believe this is going to take all of the areas that they're looking for. And notice that it highlighted all of the edges with the exception of the holes, and I can rotate that around and take a peek. And if we take a look at the part there, that's what they're looking for. Hit OK. Next we're going to add some chamfers to the holes themselves. So we're going to go back up to the fillet command, and under the fillet option we have the chamfer option. The value is also going to be 0.0232, and in this case we're going to select all of the edges that are associated with those holes. So we're going to click in here and in here, and oops, I think I got that right. Alright, so we have a chamfer on the larger holes and the smaller holes on both sides. Looks good. Alright, in saving your work, as always, we're going to go to File, Save. I want you to save it as your last name, first initial, and this is Chapter 4, so CH4, and this is the double link. One more item I'd like you to do is I'd like you to change the material to carbon steel, hit apply, and this is where you can check that document and confirm that you've drawn the part correctly because it has the right mass. I'm going to go back and hit save again to make sure that it saves it as the carbon steel option. Alright,